what's in my makeup bag tag, just like the old school days. Gorgeous girls, and welcome back to my show. You know, something I've been talking about and thinking about a lot is how I feel like we just have lost the magic of old school YouTube. Like Ingrid Nilsen, Miss Glamorazzi, I lived for every single one of her videos. She was my comfort creator, my OG comfort creator, and to this day I sometimes go back and watch her videos and it makes me so happy. Bethany Mota, oh my god, her Halloween videos when she would make her costumes, or like just her morning routines of going to like Starbucks, it's so funny. It's so like classic Y2K, and it just literally makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside, and I've missed that. And I have literally asked myself, like, what happened to that? And why does anyone really create like that anymore with all the tags, like boyfriend does my makeup challenge, what's in my makeup bag challenge, what's in my handbag challenge, or tag, or whatever they called it. And I was like, wait a second, what if I just had fun with that and I brought it back? So today, that is exactly what we are going to be doing. We are going to be doing a what's in my makeup bag tag, just like the old school days. But we're also gonna do my like everyday makeup routine. And so this is kind of a mix of like my favorite products, my desert island makeup products, the things that I reach for every single day, what my daily makeup routine is, what would be the things that I cannot live without that I would definitely take with me. And that's what we're gonna do our makeup with today, is my desert island favorites. First things first, we need a little caffeine. I've not tried this flavor of Bloom yet. I am a Shirley Temple girly, and I absolutely love the Shirley Temple. This is Summer Splash, so let's give it a taste test. Ooh. Oh, it's supposed to be like a strawberry lemonade. Okay, I can totally see that now. It's very refreshing. And all I do to like prep my skin is really simple. I will use a toner in the morning. I will either use the milky toner from Thayer's, or I will use the Paula's Choice toner. I use that like 2 times a week because my skin's pretty sensitive to actives. And then I will use my Cocoa Kind moisturizer, and that's it. Just a toner and a moisturizer. I don't wash my face in the morning. I have really dry skin. Just try not to dry it out by washing it too much. So that's what I do. That's all that's on my face right now. And it's relatively glowy, dare I say. First thing in my makeup bag is my e.l.f. Halo Glow. And I have 2 flavors of this. I have this shade 2 Fair Light, and I have this shade 00 Fair. And I just mix them together. When I self-tan, I just use the darker shade. But when I am relatively pale like I am now, I will use the just fair one. It makes my skin feel like, oh my gosh, who is that diva with the airbrushed look? You know what I mean? And I know that there's a lot of drama and discourse going on right now between the drugstore makeup community and the luxury makeup community. And all I have to say about it is, do what you want to do. Full transparency. I know it's supposed to be like comparable to the Charlotte Tilbury, what is it called? Flawless filter. I've never used that, so I really can't be a reliable source for how well it performs. It is really glowy and it has very minimal coverage, so that's why I say it's kind of like a makeup primer. Sometimes this is all I do though, with a little bit of concealer, but sometimes when I want a little bit more of a full coverage moment, I will use this. This is from LYS and I have it in the shade LN6. It is a skin tint, but it's in a stick form, which I think is so fun. And I don't use a ton of it, just like 2 little stripes on each of my cheeks and on my chin, because that's where I get relatively red. Somebody left me a comment today and they were like, it was something about my book, and they said like the fact that your cheeks are flushed while you're talking about this is a good sign or something. I'm like, that's just how I look all the time. My cheeks get red the second I was born. I've always been really red. Also, I am using my Paw Paw sponge. I think these are the best sponges, and you can get them in a massive pack on Amazon. That's one thing that I don't care what you say when it comes to luxury versus drugstore. A makeup sponge, I don't really think that there's any way that you can make one that much better. You know what I mean? Next up in my makeup bag is the Kosas concealer. This is the Revealer Super Creamy and Brightening Concealer. As you can see, I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel for this. I'm begging for more every single time I come into this, and it's not going good. We're really at this, down to our skimpies, and I'm gonna have to repurchase it because the thing is, I love this concealer. I have a really hard time with my concealers creasing on my under eyes, And this is something that does not crease. So I don't know what kind of magic is in this, but it doesn't crease. And that is worth it to me. I let it dry down a little bit before I blend it. I learned that tip on TikTok actually. And while that's drying down, I'm going to lay down some contour. This is also LYS. This is not the shade Harmony that everybody is obsessed with. Mine is a little bit lighter. It's Motivate. And I do just the teeny tiniest little doink 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 on my face, and I'll do a little bit on my nose. I'm not a big nose contour person because I feel like it's like, I don't think it really does anything. And now I'm just going to blend out that concealer. I'm using my sponge to do this right now just because lazy and easy. However, I will say honorable mention to this Morphe brush. This is the M132 concealer brush. I love this brush for under the eyes, but I also love using one thing because I'm lazy. It is time to set everything, and in my makeup bag, I have the best powder ever. This is one of the other things that I'm like, I've used the nice powders and I just think that they don't compare to this drugstore one. And this isn't even like that inexpensive. I think it's like up to $14 or $15 or something. And that's kind of the thing to me with drugstore makeup is like the price margin between drugstore and luxury is getting so paper thin now that it's like, whatever, you know. Do you remember the days where they would do the $20 makeup tag and it was like people could actually do that? They could go get a full face of makeup for $20. That's like back when e.l.f. was like $1 for an eyeshadow and $3. It was like everything was $1, $3, or like the really nice things from e.l.f. were $5. Remember? What a time. I don't know if I said this is the infallible L'Oreal Blurfection powder, and I have it in the pink one. It's shade 10 Pink Light. For my bronzer, we have another LYS product. This is the bronzer in the shade True Enlightenment. Oh no, Harmony, sorry. True Enlightenment Soft Focus Finishing Powder, Skin Finishing Powder. I have it in the shade Harmony. I don't know if this is supposed to be a bronzer. It's definitely a bronzer on me, but it says skin finishing powder. And I'm just realizing that. I use it as a bronzer just all over my face to warm up my literal entire ghost-like complexion. And it's fabulous and I really like it. And it has like a little bit of a shimmer glow to it. And I feel like it just makes my skin look very alive. Yeah. For my absolute favorite part of my makeup routine every single day, it's blush. And I have two in here, both from the same brand. Road Pocket Blush. My two favorite shades are Piggy. Piggy will be my all-time favorite, and then Toasted Teddy. I love the two of them, and I like to mix them sometimes, so I'm going to show you guys how I do that. I'm going to take Toasted Teddy, which is the darker shade, and I'm going to go right onto my brush with it, and I'm going to do like a little bit further back on the top of my cheekbones and just press it a little bit. And this is a very pigmented one. If you're as pale as I am, I don't recommend you drag it straight onto your cheeks. I think that you will find that that is a mistake. And then Piggy, my all-time favorite. I think this is one of the most gorgeous blush shades of all time. Not just cream blush, but just blush in general. I love this. I go on the apples of my cheeks with it, and it's just the most beautiful, glowy, true pink ever. I love this stuff. Perfect. Perfect. This is the base. This is where I would stop if I was just doing like a little casual no makeup day, or I just wanted to do my base and no eye makeup, but that's not what we're doing today. We're gonna go for like a little bit more of like a 90s look because I'm really excited for fall and like the darker eyes and lips and everything. And so I've been kind of manifesting fall for the past couple days by myself as I drink this summer splash, but you know, I can't wait. I'm so excited. My all-time favorite eyeshadow palette. Oh no. I feel like if you have blue or green eyes or brown eyes, any eyes are beautiful. I feel like this would look beautiful on you. This is the Ilia eyeshadow palette, and this is in the shade Cool Nude, and it's the Necessary eyeshadow palette. And I could not agree more with that name. I feel like this is like everything that you need is in here. I'm gonna start in this mauve color right here. I'm just going to use this fluffy brush to go into my crease, and I go a little bit higher than what you would probably suspect. Drag it onto my lid. And this is going to be my base for my eyeshadow look, okay? And now I'm gonna take the same brush because like I said, I'm lazy. I like a one tool wonder, one pan wonder. That's how I cook. That's how I cook. And that's how I cook. And I am going to take this taupey brown shade. And instead of going as high up, I'm gonna do more of the like outer corner focus. Very old school. Kind of press it in little circular motions. This is just to like deepen it a little bit. And if the line looks harsh, I am gonna blend it out. So don't fret, my little chicken. I'm just gonna use I'm using a clean brush. Well, relatively clean, let's be real, to kind of buff out the edges. Okay, that is the lids. Don't judge if it's not perfect, it's perfect for me. I'm gonna take this flat brush and I'm gonna go back into that color that we were just using, but I'm gonna try to pick up a little bit more, and I'm going to very, very carefully use it to kind of smudge line the top of my lash line. Ever so slight, just a line of eyeshadow. It's very soft, but it makes a big difference, I feel, to go along my lower lash line. I'm gonna go back into this lighter purpley mauve shade with this strange brush. I don't really know what this is for. Big ol' hair in it. I'm gonna go right on top of that and more so in the inner corner, just to kind of marry the two colors, marry our whole color palette together. Next up in my bag is from Merit. This is the, what is it called? Bounce Day Glow. It's their highlighter. I just take a little bit on my fingertips and I go in my inner corner. It's like a melty balm. Look how beautiful, first of all. This is a product that deserves a little swatch moment. I'm gonna show you. Can you believe? Look how stunning. So I'm just going to stamp it on my cheeks like that. Just a little goes a long way, and kind of tap it in instead of smear it, because it will pick up the product beneath it. And I've seen people give it kind of like bad reviews because of that. I'm like, you're not using it right. My eyeshadow curler is old as can be. It's from e.l.f. Eyeshadow curlers are another thing that I'm like, they're fine, you know. Desert Island mascara is this Jones Road. This is a product that nobody talks about, and they should. This is the best mascara on the planet, and I absolutely hate putting mascara on, but this makes it slightly enjoyable because it's the best. It's the absolute best. This lengthens, it volumizes. It is a perfect black shade. It looks good on everybody. I'm gonna do one eye and let you guys see the comparison, and I'm only gonna do one coat. I know I'm way up in your business, but look at the difference. Pretty freaking good. I have transparent, sparse, short eyelashes. I have the worst lashes in the world. So if they can make mine look like this, if you have good lashes, yours are gonna look literally insane. And after I kind of do everything, I touch up my blush, and I use the powder side of this one from Patrick Ta. And this is the shade She's Giving. The tiniest little dusting because it's very pigmented. But I'm a very pink blush girl. And this is like one of the best Barbie pink blushes you can get if that's what you're looking for. So pretty, and I think it shows up really well on camera if that's something that you're needing. This is for my podcast cover. This is the blush that I used, in case you were wondering. Now we're on to lip products, which we're gonna have to do a separate video one day for my lip collection that I keep in my purse, because I keep all of my favorites in my purse. I have a literal pouch that goes in every purse that I use that's just lip products, and it's about this big and it's stuffed to the brim. I'm addicted to lipsticks. I tattooed my lips, by the way. Let me show you guys that. Now that I got the concealer off, you can tell I have a little bit of lip color. That's because I had them tattooed, because I am addicted to having color on my lips. I cannot stand having pale lips at all. But I will show you. Disclaimer, this is not my favorite lip product of all time. It is my hyper fixation at the moment, and so that was the point of this. Is if I was packing my makeup bag today, what would I put in it? And this is what I would have chose. So this is MAC in the shade Whirl lip liner. I need to sharpen it actually. Line my lips with Whirl. But what I will say is, if for whatever reason you don't have this in your collection yet, you have got to get it before fall hits this year. It's such a good fall lip color. It's just the perfect, like, slightly darker nude to where it kind of makes a little bit of a statement, but it's not too dark to where you can't wear it during the day or like every day. This is the MAC lipstick in the shade Warm Teddy, and I have the really little one. I don't know where I got this, but I love it and I need to get the big one. I'm gonna kind of treat it like a lip liner and go right over, especially in the corners. We're just kind of leaving the center slightly bare. And then finally, this is the Maybelline Maybe It's Matte lipstick in the shade 002. And it's this like slightly orangey peachy kind of nude. And I am just gonna go in the center. I love these lipsticks. The formula is so good. And I feel like the packaging is like, well, pretty good. Okay, you guys, that's everything that's in my makeup bag, and that is my everyday makeup routine. So here is the finished look. I just love it, and I love all of these products. They also wear really well. Like, they fade a little bit, but they fade really nicely, if that makes sense. So that's why I love all of these products, and that's why I wanted to share them with you guys, and also just feel the nostalgia of like what I always dreamed of doing when I was a little girl and I'd watch my favorite YouTubers post these videos. I was like, one day maybe that'll be me, and look at us now. So let's bring back that nostalgia and bring back that magic, because we can. So you have any recommendations or any suggestions of an old school beauty YouTuber kind of vibe, any old school videos that you want to see, let me know and I will be happy to make it. And then also, if you have any favorite makeup products that you recommend for me that I need to add to my collection, let me know below. And yeah, let me know what you think about the makeup. But other than that, I love you guys so much, and thanks for watching this week's video. Bye.